Okay, I have a confession to make. Last time I talked about the concept of how you respond to wrongdoing. So, if someone does you wrong, does that give you the right to return the favor? If somebody snaps at you, does that give you the right to snap back at them? I think that's a lot of concept. That's a big concept that a lot of Americans and a lot of humans in general are missing. Just because somebody else isn't acting appropriate to you doesn't give you the right to act inappropriately back to them. Right after I discussed this, I ran into an issue at work where I felt like someone wasn't being proper with me. I felt like when they asked me to do things, they sort of um, wasn't being respectful to me um, by saying something like, "Oh, I thought this job was pretty easy, therefore you should prioritize the work that I give you as opposed to all the other work that you have." So right after he said that to me, I got pretty agitated and like I responded right away. And right after I said that response, I realized I did not follow my own rules of pacifism. Um, just because he wasn't being appropriate to me doesn't give me the right to um, snap back at him um, in the same manner. So I realized that this is almost a human nature that we tend to act this way. We like to almost be a mirror, reflecting good behaviors and reflecting bad behaviors on what we have already perceived. I don't think that's right, but it looks more like an ideal than a choice. It looks like something that you'll have to work pretty hard against to recognize that you don't have the right to be cranky and be disrespectful to others just because they were being disrespectful to you. Um, so I've learned that this is ideal, and I'm going to take some steps to improve in that direction. Um, so what's the first thing that's what I'm going to do to start me off? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recognizing when I'm behaving this way, because I've gotten feedback from a couple other people that I have a tendency to do that. So I'm going to start by recognizing when is it that I'm doing this. And once I recognize those, when I'm having this behavior, once I recognize that, the next step I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut up. Just don't do anything. Don't respond at all. Just don't say a word. Don't let other people know how you feel. So that's the second step. So if somebody snapped at me or being disrespectful to me, I'm going to recognize that I I might be disrespectful to them if I say anything right away. So I'm just not going to say anything. Once I did that, the third step is I'm going to think about what is the right way to respond to it, which is you should always respond to people with kindness and patience, regardless of how they behave to you. So I feel like that's going to take me a long time to go from recognition, no action, and to behaving consistently with kindness and respect, regardless of the other person's behavior. So, yeah, 3 steps. Um, so we'll see how these 3 steps is going to help me get to that ideal that I have talked about previously. Yeah, so let's see how that goes.